What's up, spider fans and arachnophobes alike? It is me, Craig, and welcome to another episode of Couch Locked Arachnophobia. Thank you very much for joining me today. You join me from the new spider room, the shared spider room. You've already seen the updates, most likely, if you follow Mr. Grinder's Creatures or subscribe to Mr. Grinder's Creatures. Me and Jaden are now housemates. We have all of our spiders in one place, and it is an impressive looking little collection now. On today's episode, I'm going to be concentrating specifically on two tanks. The same spider, which is P.metallica. Me and Jaden both possess a mature female. Both of the tanks desperately needed some TLC, so that's what I did. I took it upon myself to redo my one, and I got permission from Jaden. Well, I say I got permission. He asked me if I wanted to do his tank as well, which is exactly what I did. What you're about to see is me rebuilding these tanks from the ground up. I haven't shown me taking the stuff out or taking the spider out, apart from there's one little clip of one of them because it looks stunning. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now and I'm going to pass you straight on to previous me. Enjoy the video, guys. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button on this video, and if you want to know more about more stuff that's coming out when I release it, please do smash that notification bell as well. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Tell Jaden I was doing this for my Metallica, and he's asked me if I could do the same thing for his one. So I'm going to speed through cleaning another tank, and then we're going to build up what's going in them. And I've got some really nice bits of wood, some plants. It's going to look great. So yeah, stay tuned. Here comes the next tank. So I wasn't going to bother filming taking the spiders out, but look at this beautiful female. This is Jaden's mature female. She's a bit smaller than mine, but she's definitely mature. Look at that blue. I'm upset that Jaden's not here to film it on his super camera, but I'm sure my S21 can do it some justice. Look at that. Oh. Right, yeah, anyway, that's what I was doing before. So there we have two clean Exoterra double door arboreal tanks. So I'm going to time lapse it as well. We're going to build both of them at the same time or at similar times. Let's do this. Woo! Right, so I actually think they look amazing. I'm not even trying to blow my own trumpet, but they look really, really good. Hopefully Jaden likes. So this one's Jaden's and this one's mine. This is probably some of the nicest looking tanks I've ever made, and I'm really happy how they've turned out. We've got to water plants in, and we've got to fill the water dishes. So the purpose of the drainage layer is, if you don't already know, is basically to give you an extra, basically water storage. So when all the water that I've just put in runs down to the bottom, it'll end up in this bottom layer here, and then once it gets there, it will stay and it'll evaporate and come back up through the soil, and it will basically maintain the humidity, and it will give the plants a decent source of water. So I don't know about you, but I think those tanks look outstandingly good. Like, they just look so effective. I'm not a big fan of like theme tanks, like you see the horror theme tanks and film theme tanks and TV series theme tanks. Not really for me, I'm not going to lie to you. Don't get me wrong, I think some of them are really, really impressive. I also think some of them are pretty tacky, but that's me. I like naturalistic looking plants, like nice bits of wood, moss, bark, all that good stuff. And I think that I think Jaden's going to really like the tank that I've made for him. You might see it in an update video of his as well. But what we're going to do now is we're going to put the spiders back in. I did unfortunately miss the actual getting in of my P.metallica into the tank. I just didn't hit the record button, or I did a grindler, as it were. But I'm hoping that I can convince Jaden. I say convince, it's not going to take a lot of convincing. Just to get him to run his camera over so I can put them in at the end, so you can get some really nice, crisp, clean video of what these tanks actually look like now they're fully planted. So here's me putting the spiders in. See you in a bit. I'm joined by Mr. Grinder's Creatures.
Gang gang.
So Jaden, what did you think?
So yeah, I thought the tanks were absolutely great. So obviously they're up there at the minute, and I've had a look at them, and Craig's shown me some footage already, and seeing like the P.metallica's just like walking over the branches, and that was absolutely great. And I did say to Craig that I might, knock something up for my channel, because I've got some extra footage of Craig handling the P.metallica that
Spoilers.
could go well with it as well, and I can show off the tanks that he's done for him as well. But yeah.
Don't handle pokies, please.
Yeah,
well, that is it for today's episode, guys. Again, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you have liked this video, please do smash that like button. And if you want to hear more about what's coming out, please do hit that bell icon. Once again, I have been Craig. This has been Mr. Grinder's Creatures. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Peace, guys.